Rube, just how would you define a Rube Goldberg invention?
Well, I've been called the father of automation. It's one thing after another. I mean, that's really the thing, and it's an illogical bunch of things which are put in a logical sequence.
Rube Goldberg.
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 I made a Rube Goldberg machine.
A Rube Goldberg machine. It's an intentionally delightful waste of time and energy.
Here's a typical example of what I mean.
Ten to 20 failures and 2 successes. That's my hypothesis.
The internet, and YouTube in particular, has given a whole new life to Rube Goldberg.
Watch close. How does this work? It's very simple.
Oh, and there it goes.
I suppose there are one or two among you who think that my inventions are a bit ahead of their time. All right, go on and say it. Downright screwy.
Live stream. Rube Goldberg doing something simple in a very complicated way that is not necessary. It's a goofy, gadgety, glorious sight to behold.
This bill is a bit of a Rube Goldberg contraption. Sloppy staff work right from the beginning, especially on this bill.
And this is the world's slowest Rube Goldberg.
I build Rube Goldberg machines.
Oh, no kidding.
I love it. You actually know what it is. I'm pretty surprised.
Absolutely.
Wait, is that a Rube Goldberg machine? Who built it?
Me, I made my hand, but I'm upside down, so I can't really help.
Yes, sir. Long, long after you and I have departed from this earthly scene, this machine of mine will be working on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the third live stream for the digital Rube Goldberg Machine Minecraft contest. I am joined with three fantastic people who are going to introduce themselves now. So I will pass it off to the woman right underneath me. Jennifer, take it away.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jennifer George. I am the director of the Rube Goldberg Institute for Innovation and Creativity. And we are here to kind of help you and help everyone and help us figure out how you guys are creating your Rube Goldberg machines in Minecraft. I'm sort of the Rube Goldberg police. I'll be talking about like what makes something Rube-esque in this sort of world. But really, I rely on Kathy, who's directly that way.
Oh wait, that's
Eric,
opposite. We're mirroring
over there to make this happen in Minecraft. So I pass it off to you guys, Kathy.
Yeah, thanks, Jennifer. So I'm Kathy Chow Isaacs. I'm a global Minecraft mentor and part of the NASEF team that brings you these live streams and Minecraft challenges. And this is our second Rube Goldberg Machine Minecraft contest. And I am thrilled to be part of this team because it's such great fun, even with the police over there. Or I should say, especially with the police over there, Rube Goldberg police. So, can't wait to see what's in store for this year, and this all wouldn't be possible without my partner in crime. Yeah, up there.
Hello, everyone. I'm pretty sure the police are coming for me, although that's not coming from my microphone.
It's coming from me. It's
it's Galel's got it on the soundboard, is what it is. Yes. So I am Eric Lightner. I am a STEM and computer science instructional facilitator for Broward County Public Schools here in sunny South Florida. I am also a global Minecraft mentor and a bunch of other hats that I don't want to list. Endlessly busy human being, but this is the most fun part of my day, so I get to have fun here. And I'm super excited because we're moving into stage 3 of all of this, which means we're like moving through this whole design cycle process that we've been talking about this whole time. And the feedback we're getting from students in their submissions is already getting better and better. It's just always like that. It just builds and builds. And that's what we want to see.
And I should introduce myself, I guess, since I'm here. I figured I was like, sorry, passing it off. I was like, I should introduce myself.
You're the fourth leg on the chair, darling. We don't know.
There you go. I'm handing you the baton.
And I will take it. Thank you very much. My name's Galel Fajardo. I'm here with NASEF. I'm very fortunate to work with them in the marketing department for NASEF, doing all kinds of fun stuff. I also work as a performance coach and consultant with businesses. I'm here in Southern California. Eric's in Florida. Jennifer's in New York, right?
Yep, New York City.
And Kathy is far, far away in distant lands. So we're covering the globe right now, which is fantastic. All right.
Wait, do we want to say where Kathy is? Are we spilling the beans?
I wasn't going to.
And then the rest of us make our jealous faces.
That's right. That's right. Yes. So we're covering the globe right now, which is fantastic. One of the things before we dive in, before I hand it off to you, Eric, one of the things I wanted to make sure that everybody understands right now is that you can still join right now. You can absolutely join the fun. And that's what this is. This is so much fun, as you're going to see today. So please, if you have not yet registered, please do so by going to nasef.org. That's NASEF.org. Listen to this man right here. Go do it. Go get started. Go sign up. NASEF.org. When you go to NASEF, you're going to see a learning tab up above on that website. Scroll down to Digital Rube Goldberg Machine Minecraft Contest. And right on there on that page, it'll fill you in on everything, tell you how to get started. And best of all, it doesn't cost anything for you to join. So please join in the fun. And with that, I will hand it off to Mr. Eric Lightner.
Wait, you forgot a few salient bits. There are some massive, amazing prizes.
Oh, I mean, how could I forget the prizes? How could I forget? Jennifer, please, can you talk about that?
I don't even have it. I just know that there are amazing Amazon gift cards for like large amounts and other goodies like headsets and other things. I mean, basically, I would love to win anything that is part of the prize package. So, but
you're already a winner, Jen. In our hearts, you are already a winner.
Yeah. Anyway, Go sign up. You'll see what the prizes are there. It's awesome.
That's right. And we'll be announcing some winners from our challenge 2 before the end of this stream. So we're going to be giving away some of those big gift cards.
Challenge 2.
So we're going to be explaining giving out the prizes for challenge number 2. And there's going to be 5 teams that win $175 Amazon gift cards. I mean, come on. Could anybody use an Amazon gift card right now, right?
Shared among the team.
shared among the team. That's right. And then we're going to be talking about the third challenge today. So exciting stuff happening. Eric, I'll pass it over to you, sir.
All right. So we got through a lot. We announced that you can still register. We're going to keep announcing that you can still register. We're going to be saying that like every 5 sentences or so. But I think that's really important. But we want to go back to last week, or 2 weeks ago, I should say, our last stream, when we talked about that sort of plan and test phase, which was our plan and create sort of mashed together, where we asked you to start planning and start creating and share with us the progress that you were making so far and how you went through that process. And of course, we got great submissions from so many teams once again, and we want to share some of those. So there's 2 we want to share. And to be honest, the first one we want to share, we shared one of theirs on the last stream, but I love the idea of monitoring the progress as we go. Like, what have they changed? What have they done since that last time? Because that's what this is all about. But we're going to share another one after that kind of is going to take us right into what we're doing, because apparently their brains and our brains are intertwined. So let's start with that first one.
All right.
Hello, I'm Logan.
I'm Isaac.
And I'm James. And once again, our partner Jackson is not here today. Today, we're being challenged to complete part 2 of the preseason challenge. To recap, last time we were tasked to build a Rube Goldberg machine, which is a chain reaction machine that completes a simple task, and also to ask and imagine. Previously, we brainstormed and decided to create a futuristic theme park. Now, we're being tasked to plan and create.
To plan, we thought about how we would start the ride. We thought about different ideas: slime, pistons, wires, signs. In the end, we decided to drop down pistons, flow into a water stream. What materials would we use?
Sticky pistons, water, redstone, and decoration. Now we're going to show you our first part of our Rube Goldberg machine.
Welcome to the theme park. This is our first and many parts to our Rube Goldberg machine.
Our redstone worked as planned. Just we did not have enough time to add scenery to our build.
Our dropper worked well along with our redstone lamp lines and the water streams. What didn't work well was the time it took to build.
This was a great success, even without our partner, Jackson. This was one of our many steps into redstone and went according to plan, with some trial and error.
I'm laughing. They're calling out Jackson. This is twice now.
Jackson, your team needs you. Where are you, Jackson?
Oh, he's not here again. We're gonna put him on the board.
That's right.
It was really great. They kind of explained it and walked you through. I love that.
Yeah, they do a phenomenal job. This is a team that really kind of, oh boy, do I have to start singing They Understood the Assignment, or
They understood the assignment. So
I don't think that's how that song
help
goes.
me. That's not how it goes.
No,
we
not
can
that
make
one.
it up.
Were you just doing the Monsters Inc. thing? Okay.
Well, that's yeah.
Yeah, okay. That works. We can go that route. But they totally get it, right? They clearly and concisely share the information with us, so we have an understanding of exactly their processes, their thoughts, their ideas, the work that they've done, the work that they want to do moving forward, and of course, letting us know where Jackson isn't.
Oh, Jackson,
it's
Jackson.
funny. I was listening to them, and I thought, I guess this is the way, when engineers get together to solve a problem. This is the dialogue in the room, And there's always a Jackson missing, but, well, we'll get on with it.
Wait, Kitty!
Yes, she wanted to say hi. She jumped up for a second.
Yeah.
That's right.
Always.
Well, wait, what did I want to say? Oh, you know what I wanted to say too? I loved that, their work is well documented, right? So they use the boards to say that this is our progress, to record their progress, which to me is so important. And then they also use some of those signs to say, this is what this part of the machine is and does, right? Because a lot of times, people that are older than you, grown-up aged people, do not know what's going on or what is that? exactly. They're blocks, and a lot of times that's all you see as a grown up. So it's great to say, this is the start, this is what we're trying to do. And, and so that was cool.
And it goes deeper than just building a Rube Goldberg machine, because these are skills that we use in lots of other fields and in lots of other procedures, even other engineering fields, right? In computer science, we make sure we're adding notes and notations and documentations to our code. Right, Kathy? Right,
yeah,
Kathy?
well, that was, that's where I was going. And then I forgot, it's just like I started. The kitty cat distracted
Mental
me.
link. It's fine. Mental link. We got this. So yeah, this is a team that definitely understands the assignment and has been doing a phenomenal job already, really kind of clearly and concisely sharing with us the information as they go. But we have one more that we want to share because we feel like our brains and their brains are headed in the same direction today. So they tested one of their builds, and maybe we'll test something similar today because we realize it's something that's missing from our build.
Yes.
Hi, we are Amir, Logan, Georgie, and Gabriel. We are Team Kuzan. For our Rube Goldberg machine, we decided to try out the screw of our machine. Here's our machine. So first, you have to press this lever to turn on the light. And the light will send a redstone signal up the screw, and then it will shoot arrows down the dispenser to hit the target block, and the target block will send a redstone signal up here for this to lock, and the light will stay on. Without this right here, the light, it would have just turned on and turned off. So that was one of the problems we had. So we fixed it with this. Another problem that we had was that instead of shooting an arrow, we had a block falling into a dispenser. So we changed that into this because the block would go too far and it wouldn't go into the pressure plate. And the pressure plate, so if it wasn't on the pressure plate, then it wouldn't send the redstone signal. So this one was the best option. Good.
We're dealing with the light aspect.
Exactly, right? We got to remember what the challenge is. It's not just to open a book, it's to open and illuminate a book. And it's clear they're working on that illuminate task. And not only that, but the challenge basically said, let's test something to see what works. They actually went a step further, whether they realize it or not, because what they were describing were ways that they improved their design as they went, which is something that we're going to do today. We're going to focus on both of those things, both improving our design and making sure that we consider things like illumination, because we do have to illuminate the book as part of our challenge. And that team just kind of did an awesome job of transitioning us right into today's discussion. So I don't know if there was anything else that you saw in that build that you love that you want to mention before we go on to our slide here, or
I don't know if it was rain, but I like that it was raining. The light was still going on. You normally think of water and electricity as not mixing, but that's where the imagination comes in. So I don't know what maybe I missed it. I don't know what the setting is or what the theme of their machine will be, but I kind of enjoyed thinking about what that could be.
Yeah, I agree completely. And it may just have been the atmosphere, but you know what? One of the things we have to think about is, we've set our world as we've been building so far to always day, just because it's easy to build when you've got light everywhere to kind of work in a space to work. But if the goal is to illuminate the book, we don't want to start with the lights on, or the illumination kind of effect doesn't really kind of land the way we want it to. So, showing it in the dark like that makes it, sells it that much better. Really,
it's also a little spooky. I don't know. I loved it.
I want
to see it finished.
Yes, my Spotify year in the review told me that one of the themes I like very much is spooky. So we're going to say I like that one for that same reason. It's spooky. But taking a look back at our slide and getting back on track.
I was like, I need to stop. Like, I was about to, take us off into a different direction, but I'm not going to.
You can always take us.
I know, but no, it's okay. No. I was going to talk about shows. That's all right. That would take us in a totally wrong direction. Like,
well, maybe we want to reconsider our theme.
Maybe.
Right. Let's talk about the engineering design process and what we've done so far, right? So we started by asking ourselves questions like, what is our theme going to be? And what components do we want as part of our build? What skills do we know to make that happen? And what skills don't we know that we might want to research? We've moved on to the imagine phase, where we really started to make a list of the ideas we had in mind, and started to kind of brainstorm all of those potential ideas, what all of the things that it could be. And then last time we moved into planning and creating some of those ideas. So you and I worked on getting our book there, opening our book, and Hello Kitty sort of popping out of our book, based on our theme and on what the challenge is asking us to do. But that takes us to where we want to go next, which is improve. We want to take what we've done so far and we want to say, okay, what can we do to make it better? Or what do we need to do that we haven't done so far? Right? So we haven't added any illumination to our book, which is part of the challenge. And we haven't, maybe we haven't perfected exactly what we want it to look like, right? We've got Hello Kitty sort of just face popping up there in the middle, which I love Hello Kitty's face. And you did a fantastic mirror, no one could look at that and not know it's Hello Kitty. It's perfect. But what can we do to kind of spice things up or theme things up a little bit more? And that's what we want to ask ourselves today, is how do we improve it? And then if we look at this cycle, we mentioned this right from the start, it doesn't go in any particular direction. Those are lines in between on this cycle and not arrows in between on this cycle. It's not pointing in a single direction. So we don't go all automatically from improve back to ask. We could go from improve back to create and say, wait, we got to build more here before we move on. We're not ready to go and ask more questions and see what we need to do next, or go back to the drawing board, or figure out what it is we need to research and learn to get the next thing to happen. So we're not there yet. So we're going to move into that improve phase a bit today, and then ask ourselves where it is we need to go from there. So we are ready to jump into our Minecraft world, and there is that beautiful shining Hello Kitty.
Yay.
Delightful. And ask ourselves, how can we improve this, right? So how are we going to make some improvements today, Kathy? I know we need to add a light. Well, what do you suggest?
Well, okay, so I had some thoughts. Well, there are a few things. I thought, for one, I love the animation. I wish that we had a way to put some other stages of the book. So right now it's either open or closed, maybe halfway, add one more of those. That's going to take a little bit more time than what we have today. But also just having some kind of day-night cycle maybe happening.
What if, can I suggest something?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Well, you could have also something vocal. I always like when there are voices. Maybe Kathy, you could be the voice of Hello Kitty. And then maybe she could say, I don't know, something like, what time is it? And we know then what time it is. And then the clock starts ticking and eventually day goes to night, or something like that.
Oh, that's kind of a good idea. We could.
My first instinct was to say that she would go meow, meow, meow. But then I remembered that Hello Kitty is actually a little girl in a cat outfit and not a cat.
Right, not a cat. Right. Do you remember? I remember that.
That's news to me. I just learned that right now.
All the kids, when that came out in the news, the kids were all like, Mrs. Chow Isaacs, baby's not a cat. Yes, I know. I read the news article. So that would be a good idea. I think that would be something that we need to add in, just the voiceover. We need to add that in our final, in our Flipgrid submission.
Oh, that would be a good place to put it.
Theming.
And maybe she has to do something at a certain hour. Do you know what I mean? There's a party. I want to go to the party or whatever. Or I don't know, something.
Oh, so we could have we could have a skin, a new outfit for one of our, either you or I, Eric. And when we record the final submission, that could be part of the theme, going to a book party.
We could also, and hear me out, we could build off of our redstone clock, which is operating over here, and add some fireworks launchers adjacent to it. So every time that goes by, it triggers some fireworks to go off as well to kind of celebrate like the book is opening. And that would also illuminate the book a little bit.
Ooh, it would.
That sounds good.
Right. So like literally building off of like here, right? And building a path of redstone this way. We might need some repeaters to extend it if we're going to add more launchers, and adding some fireworks. Now, Kathy, you totally know how to do, if I remember
love the
correctly.
Fireworks.
Right, but you know how to do way more with them. Like you know how to do like the weird ones and stuff like that I don't have any idea how to do.
Really? I do know how to do those, and I need
Like the one that's like the creeper face and all those. I have no idea how to do those.
If she's going to a book party, which I love the idea of, does Hello Kitty have friends?
In the Hello Kitty world, she definitely does.
Well, could you maybe imagine she's going to a book party with all of her friends, and maybe at the book party they all have to open the book, and then they have also the lights have to go on wherever they are because they have to read it.
Right, so we could build some characters and theme the area around the book.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That too. I mean, I just am trying to find the story.
Mm-hmm. That makes total sense. You know, one of the things I can do very easily to make an improvement right now is we've got this animation going on. And last week we focused a lot on the structure blocks. And basically we made more books than we needed, admittedly. But basically taking them from the structure blocks over there and loading them in here to create the animation using our redstone clock, which is down here. One of the things we can do, really easy adjustment to make this look better, is it's got this box around it. It's got this wireframe around it. And we can actually get rid of that. So it looks like it's more naturally in the world and not inside this wireframe box. And the way we do that is to just go into the blocks over here and turn off a feature that says show bounding box at the bottom of the screen right here when you go into the structure block. And if we turn that off, and we have to do it for all of them, because I didn't even realize we had left that on. And maybe we were just so short on time. Now that box is gone, and that looks a whole lot better already. All right, Kathy, are you building up fireworks stuff? I see like your character looks deep in thought.
I am, and my character, my real life character, is also deep in thought.
That's okay. That's where we want to be, right?
All right, let's see. This is close. Yeah. And now that I'm talking,
it's even harder.
I'm making mistakes.
I don't want to connect that redstone there yet.
No,
and in fact, I'm going to put a repeater in here just to make sure the signal strength is good enough to keep the redstone signal alive and well to the point where you are. But I'm not going to connect it yet. Otherwise, fireworks are going to be launching like right up at your feet.
Uh-oh. Yeah, don't do that.
And once you've got that, well, let's do this too. Let's see what this looks like at night so far as well. So I'm going to go into here and set always day to false. And let's change our time of day to midnight. And we have the day-night cycle on right now. But yeah, look, we're not illuminating anything. Moonlight at most is illuminating what's going on inside our book right now.
Oh, I can't see.
I left you working in the dark.
What would fireworks look like? How would fireworks illuminate?
Kathy, do you want to just launch some off from back there so we can see what it would look like?
Yes.
You can be a manual fireworks launcher in the back.
Let me try.
Just make sure you keep an eye on your fingers and toes. The good news in Minecraft is there are no fingers and toes.
There are no fingers and toes. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to do it with a lever because I can maybe see it better. Lever. Than a button in the dark. Okay.
Students only do this with adult supervision, please.
Yeah,
that's right.
Actually, there's a cartoon of my grandfather's, an invention one, a safe way to launch a firecracker.
Nope, there's a firecracker.
Oh,
can you see them?
So I can, but they're kind of going through the middle of the cover of the book when the cover is open. So I think they need to be higher.
They need.
So we might need to kind of wind them to a higher location a little bit.
So there's a few things. So I'm just using the standard fireworks, and I think that you can change the height and all. So for now, I just grabbed whatever was in the inventory.
Can you also change the amount of light they give off?
You can. Okay, there are things that you can change. You can change, I think, how high they go. I think you can also change the duration. And you can change, for some, you can change the design. So that is what I mean. Well, I'm just working on testing that the fireworks go off. Now Eric is saying that they are too, or you are all saying that they're too low. So maybe like my plan was to have one fireworks dispenser, and then as the as like the supply or the bank, right? And then I was going to clone that dispenser in a number of places. So maybe instead, right now this dispenser is in the ground. So maybe what needs to happen is the dispenser just needs to be higher up so that when the cover is open, we can see them, right? So, okay, I need the lights back on.
All right, I'll put the lights back on. But what I was working on in the meantime is I went over to your original build of Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
And very simply added a light block to the center of her bow.
Oh, that looks great.
So now we get this little glow from her bow as she kind of enters into the world. Because of course Hello Kitty is glowing.
Of course.
Of course she is.
And that does add a little bit of light inside the book as she shows up. We can actually see it if we look down here into the kind of the center area of the book, that when she spawns in, we get a little bit of light into the book. Not enough to truly, what I wouldn't use the word illuminate, which kind of sounds more epic.
Here's another question. If this is in an outdoor world, maybe there's a way in which there are street lights that...
Oh, that's a good idea. That's what I'm doing.
Or maybe even a giant reading lamp over the whole thing.
Or a giant reading lamp that just goes on as the night comes upon us.
That is a great idea because there is a daylight sensor. So I was about to use my second favorite command in all of Minecraft, which is time set day.
Go
because
for it.
I can't. No, well, it's okay. I think. Oh, I need to light it.
Do you want me to always day it just again?
No, not necessarily. What I want to do is, and I'm good. No. I don't want to.
Okay.
You know, I can make a little redstone light sensor thingy here, and when it's dark, like it is now, it'll just light up my area, and then
you've got it going on over here. Are you? So you're giving yourself a reading lamp, if you will.
I'm trying to, but apparently it's not working. I put it right on top of the redstone. It doesn't want to do it.
Use a redstone lamp and then put that on top of the redstone lamp. It should work.
Okay. Instead of the daylight. Wait, what am I doing?
No, put the daylight sensor on top of the redstone lamp.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Redstone.
Oh, the sun's coming up, so everything's getting illuminated. And you know what? We could actually play with the time of day, and if we had it perfect, we could actually have the sun rise on the book as it got to this point.
Well, I'm going to put more lamps here.
You know what I mean? So almost the entire Rube Goldberg machine could be in the dark at nighttime, midnight kind of hour. And then in here, we could put a command block that changed the time of day and kind of created that moment when the sunrise would occur, right as the book was opening.
The glow of the sun is kind of the intensity you want.
Right?
It's very good in terms of light.
Oh, man.
It's the sun. It's pretty good at its...
I don't know how you harness that in other areas of Minecraft, but I'm sure.
Right. And then even creating a light bulb, maybe that spawns overhead or turns on when it's dark.
An idea.
Right. That's what I was thinking, sort of the aha light bulb. But I'm trying to think how I built it here while all of this chaos is taking place. I got to put a block here that's going to vanish real quick. So I got to get one on top. There we go. Now that should stay. Did it? No, it's still there. That'll give me somewhere to work. Trying to figure out where the center is going to be. Right around.
Okay, let's see.
Here. Up a little bit more over. Around there. That makes sense. Let's get some glass. How about that one? And maybe some sea lantern for light. And I'm going to keep all those light blocks in my inventory just in case we need them to intensify anything. All right, so let's see if we can build a light bulb. Now, here's the thing. I'm building it from the top down, and it's going to keep unspawning as this goes in. So where it actually needs to be is in the world or in the area with Hello Kitty over here. So let's change where we build it. And I don't know if I have enough room to build it up high enough in here, or if we need another block just spawn her in with a light bulb.
What just
I don't know that I want to dig into structure blocks again today on our stream. We don't have a lot of time for that, right?
No. And I'm sitting here like, what am I doing?
Fireworks. You're blowing stuff up. That's what you're doing.
I know. Well, I'm trying it. And then, I'm iterating for sure.
Oh, yeah. Did you say that just because you know Steve is watching?
I think he might be watching.
He is. He is.
He's definitely in the chat. Yeah.
Does he? Hi, Llama. Watching Clone This. All right, I need my agent. Because
That's so cool how those clear boxes kind of work.
We want to put some light in there, though. These should create enough light, and if not, we'll change what's in there. Actually, you know what? I feel like light bulbs have sort of that yellow. Let's see how this looks, and we'll go from there. It's a very little light bulb, and I definitely made it off center. So let's change where it is. I don't like where it is. I'm improving as I go.
That's the nature of the beast.
Isn't it? Like, nope, don't like that. We're going to change it. We're going to try it again. And it's just iteration after iteration after iteration until Steve smiles at us for saying iteration.
Oh, goodness.
Well, while you're...
No, I'm not a goodness. I'm goodnessing myself.
While you're changing the position of the light bulb, I'm going to say we got very exciting news today.
We did.
Well, we did. And therefore, I guess all of us did.
I agree.
So... Ledvance, the company that makes Sylvania light bulbs, is going to be one of our sponsors for this year's competition because they actually have just developed a light specific for reading, a light bulb. So
that is pretty cool.
That's
I
awesome.
feel like this is perfect timing because here we are building a light bulb.
Exactly. How could I not mention it?
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And
Nailed it.
We're hopefully going to have, as part of those prize packages that we were talking about, some really cool reading light bulbs, so that when you actually do read a book, you're reading it in the correct light.
Right.
That's just fancy, is what that is.
And everyone just cross their fingers for me right now.
No, I wanted to go horribly wrong. Remember, we even told them last week.
Oh, yes.
Post your epic fails. We want to see them epic fails.
So now,
part of the process.
Who's doing this? Are you doing this, Kathy, or Eric?
I'm doing the light bulb. Kathy is hard at work over there, and I'm about to go visit her again.
I'm trying to do some fireworks.
I'm going to load this in. I'm letting Kathy focus on her light bulbs.
Oh gosh.
Jennifer, what was the name of the company that you mentioned with the light?
It's called Ledvance.
Quick, turn off the lights. Oh, sorry, I'm yelling.
No, by all means, yell.
Sylvania light bulbs.
Awesome.
Oh, it's only working once. All right. Time set night. Day.
We got a little bit more light going. Oh, you turned the lights back on.
I know I did because I need a lever, I think.
You do what you need to do.
I'm thinking out loud.
And I like the way you nerd pulled all the way up there.
Well, you know what? I can't even speak. I would prefer not to have done that, but like of all the, sometimes you have to do just what's easiest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
no, that always works. I mean, that's how I, to do the light bulb, I have to build off of a thing and then break the stuff around it once I've got it.
Can I just kind of I'm always thinking about story.
Mm-hmm.
Is the idea that maybe Hello Kitty or somebody in this world is going to, I have an idea, pop, the light bulb goes on, so that it's sort of that idea moment, or
I like that.
But what's the idea? We need to figure that out, and that has to be part of the story.
I agree. And if we're going to build an element that goes into this, kind of triggering this series of events, which, again, we don't want this to be endlessly opening and closing. This is just to demonstrate how it works. We would have to break all of this, except for basically the ones that are loading in the parts of the book, and then kind of have that connected to something, a chain reaction to set that off, right? Because the whole thing is about chain reactions. So we would start thinking, of course, about what event. And this is where we would tell ourselves, do we go back to asking ourselves questions like, what is it that we want to make this happen? Or do we already have an idea and we're ready to create that event that happens before this? Right?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Kathy. Go ahead.
I was just saying, kind of to go back to what Jennifer is saying, like, what's the story? What's the narrative? And I think that a lot of people might get caught up in the build and forget about the narrative.
Yeah.
So I think it's great that Jennifer is reminding us of that.
As I said, the Rube Goldberg police shows up, and it's
and remember also,
I have the answers, but I am like asking the questions.
You're asking the right questions. Another great way, and if we look at, and I feel like we're definitely going to look at some of the winners from last year when we do our kickoff stream, just so people can see what was submitted last year and what we're looking for. And we'll definitely show some of those full builds again. But you'll notice that narration isn't just done in world. Some teams do a good job of kind of theming everything out in world, and it just presents itself. Like that year in review one did a great job of doing that. But then others, when they submitted their video, they narrated what was happening, or created the series of events, or created dialogue points within there. And that created an awesome thing. So maybe that the narrative, part of it we have to build into our world, and part of it we have to start brainstorming how are we going to present that narrative when we're ready to submit.
Well, I mean, part of, since Hello Kitty is sort of the focal point, and again, I don't know enough about Hello Kitty to, I'd have to do a little more, of a deep dive and figure out more about this character and the storylines that usually wrap around this character. And obviously Kathy can fill in the gaps here. However, it could also be, a bedtime story or a book that a child brings to school. Or you could separate that out, and the book is a Hello Kitty book.
Yeah.
If the marketing guy could add 2 cents here also.
Oh, by all means.
One of the things that I see a lot in marketing is that people will have a great product, they'll have a great service, they'll have a great something that they put together. But then when they go to explain what it does or give the background or explain how it will affect me, I can't really connect with it. And so getting that presentation down and knowing how to convey your thoughts to an audience that's not as familiar with your idea is such an important skill to develop. So I'd encourage just all the teams that are out there, like, work on that presentation, practice it. And you know what? You're going to be bad before you get good. So you've got to practice, right? And so just got to keep working on it. But it's a really great skill that's important in everything that you do.
Yeah, I agree completely. So I added a little bit of more light to the light bulb, and I'm curious what it looks like, Kathy. So forgive me.
Oh yeah, turn it off.
We're gonna switch the time. I don't know. Did you have Always Day activated or? No, we're good. There we go. All right, so we do have some more light. It's getting there.
Getting there.
I can definitely make some tweaks. You can't see it.
Oh, well, you know why? I also have glare back here.
You just have the bright Hawaiian sun shining down on you. Oh, we're so sorry.
I'm going to get a sunburn on my neck.
Meanwhile, our friends in Canada are watching this going, really?
Really?
And in New York City.
And in New York City. That's right. That's right.
All right. Can we turn on the lights again?
Can we turn on the lights again?
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
I don't even.
All right.
I need this one.
Go ahead and adjust it. You want me to adjust the time of day?
I got it. Time set day.
All right. I'm going to add just light to her.
Like I said, my second favorite command. What's my other one? Weather clear.
Big fan of the weather.
Yes. All right.
I think I like the fill command.
I
have
like
too much
fill
fun with
too.
fill command, especially when you do, fill like 20 plus 20 coordinates with dynamite, but.
All right. So I need my cart. Minecraft plain cart.
Right. You know what I realized too, while I'm working on this, we have some users who probably have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm putting all these weird light bulbs all over Hello Kitty's face and places. The object I'm using there is called a light block, and you may not be familiar with it because you won't find it in your inventory, right? So if I go to everything-tory, right? If I go into and I type light, it's not here. So if you're not familiar with that, if you're fairly new to Minecraft, or maybe that's just a feature you've never seen before, if you go into your commands and you type /give we're going to do @s to give something to ourselves. And we start typing light. We'll see that light block is that first option. And that's what those are. And what's great about light blocks, and they've actually updated them recently. In that Caves and Cliffs update 1, they were updated. You can place down a light block. And then if I right click on it, it changes the intensity of the light that space, that block, that area is giving off. I can go anywhere from 0, which is no light, to 15, which is maximum light. What's cool though, is if I move my inventory away from the light block, let's say I go to this stained glass block, you don't see them. They're just a light source. They're not an object. So there's nothing really there, right? I can even put a block where it was. It's not taking up any space. It's just putting light in a space. And these are really, really helpful. I may have broken it though, but that's okay. They're really, really helpful. And Jennifer is calling the police on us again.
Yeah.
They're really helpful for illuminating a space where you don't have enough space to put a bunch of light sources that are physically in the world. If we just want to light a small space, or we have a huge space, and putting light sources absolutely everywhere is just too much. It's also great if we're going to do something like add NPCs to our world, non-player characters to our world. So for example, we take the NPC block, and let's say we go into world builder mode, and I put down an NPC, and we'll just do this far off over here to demonstrate it. Especially since the challenge is illuminate, right? Illuminate a book. I feel like this is a really good tool. I can put down a light block, max out its intensity, or at least turn up its intensity, and then of course move away from it. And I could always change the look and the name of that NPC and what it says, or anything else I want to do. But forgive me, Kathy, we're going to go back to time set midnight.
Okay,
just
that's
to demonstrate this real quick.
Because I'm
I have to ask the question.
And it's like that character has a spotlight on them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is there, and I know there's a pun here, but is there a sun block? Like,
so a sun block meaning a block that would stop the light from coming through?
That gives off the light of the sun.
Oh, the light intensity of the sun. So no, there isn't one that does that. But with enough of these, you could make that happen. But that's a lot of work. But I'm not saying not to do the work. By all means, people do the work.
Oh yeah, do the work.
I just don't know that we have the time in the 13 minutes we have left on this stream or so.
That's it?
To do. Yeah, we're already at 5:47.
Time flies.
Well, not 5 where you are, and not 5 where Galel is, I guess. So I shouldn't speak for everyone.
All right, let's see.
So I did add some more of those light blocks to this, and it's starting to illuminate more. But yeah, see what I mean? Jen, when we look at this, I'm seeing fireworks now.
Good. Oh my God, it's great.
I love it.
Yeah, but
there are some gaps, right? So I'm going to need a few more of them to illuminate the space evenly.
Is there a way, because this is a Rube Goldberg machine, that a lever, a switch, a pull chain, something could activate that light bulb? Not just
right.
Well, we could do something where it's like, you know how there are and I'm not looking at that lever right now. I didn't see what you built because I was a little upset.
No worries.
What I was
just a little. I just built a little light bulb over Hello Kitty's head.
Okay, so if like Jennifer's saying, there are those water columns that could kind of people use to represent a pulley. So maybe the kids do this all the time. Like they send a potato down a stream of water, and then that. Or even an entity activates a pressure plate to turn on the light.
Or we could even add to our animation and create more blocks, structure blocks in our series with different frames of animation, with maybe one where the light bulb is off and then something happens and then the light bulb is on. I feel like we're back at the ask stage of this, right? We've improved a little bit. We've got fireworks. We've illuminated Hello Kitty. We've added a light bulb. That is illuminating our book. We've done all of that in just 20 minutes or so. Really not a whole lot of time to make it work, but we've done some.
It looks so good.
It's getting better, awesome. But we're definitely not done. And that's kind of the point of today's task, our Flipgrid Challenge 3, if you will, our preseason Challenge 3. And maybe it's time we take a look at what that challenge is going to be. right? So we've done a little bit of improvement. The fireworks look awesome at night, for the record, Kathy. They're looking great, and you definitely got them much higher than we had them before. They're way over the book.
I think they're higher because of the little stand I made.
Yeah. But you know what you could get rid of? You could get rid of that whole pole underneath now that you've got that built up there. We can remove that whole pole.
Right. And what I want to do is I have a little command block back there that I want to say clone in these different places. So like, let's say I didn't have time to make the custom heights and whatever. You could custom the heights, that's air quotes, by just changing where that dispenser is in the build.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Okay. Anyway,
I'm going to take a second real quick to remind everybody to register if you haven't done so yet. There's still time. It doesn't cost anything, absolutely free. And there's some phenomenal prizes that we have available. So go check it out, nasef.org. Click the learning tab and go check it out. There it is right there.
Right, that's right. Or else the Rube Goldberg police will come for you.
Absolutely. Go check it out. nasef.org. Under the learning tab, there's going to be a drop down. You'll see digital Rube Goldberg machine Minecraft contest. Click on that button right there. And there's the page right there. Registration's right on there. And thank you, Eric, for
you got it. That. Well, the beauty is this is exactly where we want to be right now. So we want to, of course, remind you all how to submit your entries for this week. And, of course, explain to you what Challenge 3 is going to be. And it is live right now. So if we are on this page where you have wonderfully guided us and we scroll down, we see our design process and our live stream. This is the one we're on right now, live stream 3. So if you're here, you've made it through at least these first preseason live streams. And of course, if we scroll down a little further, we see Preseason Challenge 3. And Preseason Challenge 3 is, there we go. I have to sign in. Is Challenge 3 improve and then? What is it going to be? So we want to improve, but then what do we do? So if you're watching this live stream, and that means that you've registered, that's very important. You're going to enter in the password that should have been sent to you. It's the same password as it was for Challenge 2. And your coaches, your coordinators, your adult sponsors should have an email for that. I'm going to log in with my Microsoft account because I am a member of this one already. It's thinking about it. There we are. And this is the challenge. It is improve and then. And we left the then sort of open-ended because now it's up to you. What's going to happen next? So now that you and your team have built and tested some of your ideas, it's time to improve upon your creations. What have you built so far that needs improvement? How do you plan to improve that part of your design? Once you've made some improvements and are happy with the results, it's time to go back to the design process, right back to our design cycle. What is your next step? Do you have new questions to ask, or are you ready to create more? Share the improvements you've made on your existing design. Showing a before and after is a great way to do this. Hint, hint. And then tell us where you plan to go from here. And of course, submitting can win you up to a $175 Amazon gift card.
For your team.
For the team. And speaking of Amazon gift cards, are we ready to announce?
Oh, is it time?
Some of those winners.
I think so.
I think so. And again, if you don't know how to submit to Flipgrid, the videos for our preseason challenge 1 and 2 are now up. I walk through that process in both of those videos. If you joined us for those, then you already know how to do it. If you didn't join us for those, we recommend you go back and watch them anyway, and you'll learn how to submit for this challenge as well. So let's get to the announcing, Kathy. Are you ready to get to the announcing?
I am. I wonder who's announcing though. Are we taking turns? Oh, it looks like we're taking turns. Okay,
we're taking turns, and you're going first. I just did a bunch of talking.
Oh yeah, you did. I know. Well, that's because the all my background noise. Anyway, so our first winner, not in any particular order, because again, the entries were all fantastic, but our first team winner of the $175 Amazon gift card, chosen randomly from eligible submissions, are the Giga Chads from Rogers, Arkansas.
Woo!
Yay!
Congratulations.
Nice job.
I love the name the Giga Chads, by the way.
Love
that
it.
is a solid team name.
Yeah,
Excellent. Excellent.
All right. Our next winner for Challenge 2, again, chosen randomly from our pool of eligible winners, or eligible submissions, I should say, were Fireflies from Sunny Isles Beach, Florida.
Fireflies. I wonder what their machine is going
Right.
to have illuminated.
You know what we don't have a lot of in Florida? Fireflies.
Fireflies.
You don't?
There are a few. You have to go into the right places. You go into like some of the mangrove forests and things like that, you'll find it, but they're not everywhere like you see in other places.
But you do have a lot of what were they? Iguana?
Oh, we've got iguanas everywhere now, whether we want them or not.
They were everywhere. That one I went somewhere a couple years ago, and
Oh yeah, they are everywhere.
that was amazing to me. All right, so of course I digress. So here we go. The next winner are the Bright Lights, also from Sunny Isles Beach in Florida.
Wow.
And their luck doesn't run out there, because the next winner, and I'm going to point out, look, if you are a school, encourage your classmates, encourage your teammates to submit, because the more entries that come from your school or from your location, the more chances to win, right? So more teams in your classroom means more eligible chances for your class to win. And that's what happened here, because the next winner, again, chosen randomly, were the Fly Guys from Sunny Isles Beach, Florida.
Wow.
So Sunny Isles, and I don't, our school at Sunny Isles is on a just. They had a ton of submissions this week, and their number just kept coming up.
What county is Sunny Isles?
They should literally play the lotto. Sunny Isles is Miami-Dade.
Oh, right. Okay, I was wondering. All right, and then our last winner, chosen randomly from eligible submissions.
Great team name too.
Yes, this is a great team.
And you better pronounce it correctly. That's all I'm saying. Put the emphasis where it belongs.
I hope now the pressure is on. Great.
That's right.
Okay, they are the Chicken Wangs from Springdale, Arkansas.
So in a sort of Florida Arkansas sweep this week, huh?
I know.
Those two states came up big this week.
They sure did.
So yeah, congratulations again to the Giga Chads. You got to say all the fun ones. Giga Chads, Fireflies, the Bright Lights. Fly Guys is pretty good. I got to say that one. And the Chicken Wangs.
Yes,
awesome.
fantastic, everyone.
Yeah, congratulations to all of those teams. You should be receiving an email.
What they do be above and beyond, from this point forward.
And right, I mean, it's not too, I guess we've said it so many times. I'm going to say it also. I'm going to take my turn to say it's not too late to register. I mean, you essentially can register up until the day the big build is due, which is some time from now, but don't wait till the last minute, because I think that some of these teams that are already building, they're going to have tons of time to iterate and be like, oh, you know what? We got some feedback from another team. Maybe they'll get some feedback from us and say, hey, this is cool, and I would love to see this. We gave you some, I think we gave you a pretty good example of how you could approach it, but I mean, you should definitely take on being as creative as you can possibly be. So don't forget to register. Chat with an adult sponsor, a teacher, whoever, and say, we want to do this. Please sign us up.
And you don't have to have participated in Challenge 1 or Challenge 2 to get entered in Challenge 3 and get your entry in before December 18th and win your team a $175 gift card.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
Do you want to talk about, because are we not announcing that yet, what the prizes are for the big build?
I think we can save that for our really exciting live stream that Galel is going to tell us about, that is happening next month. Next year, technically, but next month.
Yes, that's right. Would you like me to announce that right now when we're going to do it?
Oh, yeah.
I think that was good.
Right now, here we go, folks. The next live stream is going to be actually at an event, an in-person event, which we're really excited about. It's going to be live at FETC. That is the Future of Education Technology Conference. FETC, January 27th, folks, in 2022.
Wow.
Yes, 2022 already.
I still don't know what happened to 2020 or 2021.
No.
Right.
No.
I have no idea.
It's been a blur.
But that's true.
A lot of exciting things have come about during this time. But yes, check this out next time, January 27th, 2022, live stream at FETC. Any parting comments from the team before we wrap this thing up?
I just love our Hello Kitty book and what happened today. You know, it fireworks and it lights up and a light bulb and it opens. I mean, and I will say, you know, in live competitions, and again, you are welcome to join our live Rube Goldberg machine contest where you build in the analog world. The task is the same. It's to open a book. You can illuminate it if you choose to, but that's not part of the official task. But we always, you know, I was giving sort of helpful hints on a Zoom call to a class this week, and they found it very helpful when I said, you know, normally people start their build with the final thing that the machine has to do.
Mm-hmm.
And actually today we did that. It opened and illuminated a book. Now you back into your machine build. You know, like now you can tell the story. Now you can figure out where to go from there and where we will start, because you actually have your ending already.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Begin with the end in mind. Yeah, that's fantastic stuff. Great. Any other parting comments, folks?
Just that I'm excited to see what comes next. I can't wait to see the improvements that you make. And then I'm really, really excited. Like, I know we're still months away from the submissions of the big build. But that's where like my heart jumped out of my chest as we got to watch those big builds. We were just ecstatic, and I can't wait to see what this year brings.
Really excited, and some great prizes, but you can't win unless you enter. So make sure you go to nasef.org, NASEF.org, and enter. Eric, Kathy, Jennifer, thank you all so much for your time today. So great from all parts of the U.S. Great to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good one. We'll see you next time.